with a young skateboarder from Cape Town, and he's become the first skateboarder from South Africa to win a gold medal in an international world skateboarding series when he won gold in China late last year.
Jean-marc Johannes beat 30 other skateboarders around the world to win the FISE World Series in Chengdu, China.
What's up everyone, Jean-marc Johannes here. Yeah, my journey as a skateboarder has been one to remember for sure. You know, just from entering international contests, and you know, placing in one has definitely been a dream of mine, something I've wanted for myself for a while. And also, you know, just filming for certain platforms is something I've wanted to work towards. You know, bringing something out on the right channel, filming a few clips for that was definitely something I wanted to do in my career. It's been quite an adventure, you know, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of changing of sponsors, a lot of times where I would have to say no to things and, you know, just do what I wanted to do and keep my mind where I wanted it to be, you know, and keep my mind in the right place. So that, you know, it's been quite an adventure, and it's going to keep going from here, so I'll keep you guys updated. The complications of being a skateboarder as a brand, I don't think it's complicated in a sense that I just think that it's more strict, and it also comes down to what you want for yourself as, you know, as an individual, how you want to portray yourself to everybody else, to, you know, to just society in general, and what it is that you actually want for your career. So it's just about knowing what you want and sticking to it and going for that, and not letting anything else get in your way. So the only complicated thing would be to not follow what everyone else is doing, or what everyone else's opinions are of what you should do for yourself.
So Jean-marc was telling me about this trick. He wanted to film at Gardens on the manual pad, which was a half cab nose manual, gnarly Merlin twist out. And so we went down and filmed it, got it, and we posted it, and Metrogram we posted it as well. And then we heard about this contest where you could win a trip to FISE in China, and so we decided, well, let's send it out and see what happens, and ended up winning.
2015 in China was quite a memorable moment, quite a big contest for me. It was also, you know, a place where I was kind of finding my feet a little bit, and you know, I kind of getting used to the contest format was a little bit strange. You know, the time limit is a lot less than what I was used to. The course itself was a lot bigger, and you know, qualifying into the semi-final was, you know, it was a bit of a shock to me. You know, considering that I kind of went there with all cards on the table and not knowing what to expect, and luckily, you know, I qualified and had a great experience. It was awesome.
He was invited back in 2016 and beat all comers to win the contest. The contest involves all the skaters competing and doing all their tricks on their board for 1 minute. Johannes had a near flawless minute in which the judges looked at style, difficulty of tricks and consistency.
2016, going back to FISE was awesome. I mean, by the time I got there, you know, a lot of the guys that were competing in the series, considering that was the last stop, they were already part of the platform and obviously remembered me from the year before. So it was quite nice, you know, seeing some familiar faces and, you know, making new friends that way. They knew that I was the guy from South Africa coming to the contest, and so it was kind of, we all knew each other, which was cool. And, you know, I entered the FISE AM. It was awesome, you know, meeting the Chinese, the top Chinese AMs were cool. Those guys kill it out there, you know. There's a few names that you're gonna hear in a couple of years, or maybe definitely in the near future for sure. Competing in that contest was it was a little bit different. Also knowing that the other guys from Europe as well, everyone was as good as it gets. But at the end of it, I kind of knew what I wanted to do as a skateboarder in the contest. You know, the tricks I had was working out. It got me to the semi-final of the contest, and then what I did for the final was basically change my whole run. I'm not too sure why I did that to this day. I just remember when it came to the final, the pressure was so much that when I was the last guy on the list, I kind of just smiled and pretty much just said, I'm just gonna have fun with it from here. You know, we in China, we're having fun. Everybody else is having a good time, and I'm just gonna go out there and do my thing. Thank God came out with something.
Thank you. That was a fucking crazy.
It just takes 1 minute. It stones you with visions. We're living out the back of the car.
Featuring on Ride Channel was awesome. You know, it's definitely a platform I've always wanted to be on as a skateboarder. You know, it's something I followed since I was a kid, and it's something that, you know, kind of got my footage out there. You know, I met a few new skateboarders. You know, kind of breaking into the scene a little bit, coming from Athlone as well. It's a dream come true for sure. And it's to thank all of you guys that watch the videos, that watch the Ride Channel. Without that, I would be non-existent. So thank you guys for that platform. I appreciate that. The way I tweak my board out, you know, differently to other people, is I don't really think there's anything different. I mean, I didn't even know there was different truck sizes until about a year or two ago. I just used to skate like whatever. But it's not something I'm really aware of, but I'm sure everybody has their own style, and I think the difference between the way my board is kind of tweaked out is probably the fact that I skate the board until it's at its last. The one thing I hate is getting used to a new board, especially with trucks. I mean, I didn't even know there was truck sizes until about a year or two ago. So I mean, that tells you the story right there and there. But yeah, I think I would actually re-grip a board like 2 or 3 times just because I enjoy that really worn-in kind of boards where you can just get on and go, and you don't have to kind of relearn how to kickflip and ollie in one session, and that will just like throw me off. So I think that'll be the only difference. I mean, it will look like I've had the board for about a year, but I actually enjoy it. The tricks that I'm working on right now I'm not necessarily working on, trying to invent new tricks at the moment. It's kind of mixing up the way I skate in a sense that I would usually skate street and a lot of technical obstacles. This is just what I enjoy as a skateboarder, but one of my weaknesses would be transition, mini ramps and just picking up speed in that way, airs and all those transition tricks has never really been my forte, but I'm getting used to it. I'm getting in there a little bit. So that is basically the main thing for me, is just learning how to use that in sessions, and it's been awesome, finding a flow like that. It's really cool. You can keep going instead of doing the trick, pick up your board, run to that side. It's something that I wish I had started doing it, a long time ago, but we're here now, so we're gonna keep going. What could be expected in 2017? I know that I will be competing in FICE again this year. That is my main goal, and hopefully do better in the series this year. Hopefully more stops as well, and I'll be doing a lot of video projects. I know my video part's coming out this year. There's going to be something happening with connection wheels around about May, and I'm really putting my all into that video to make an official announcement of what's coming. I'll be doing a lot of work with my charity for the Gap as well. We'll be doing a lot of activations in South Africa and mainly Cape Town. So those are my main focuses, but my mind is set on FICE and getting out of that side this year. You guys can catch me on social media, on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Jean-marc Skate. You can also check out my website. It's www.jeanmarc.co.za, and at the end of every month I'll be on Good Hope FM the last Monday of every month between 9 and 10 o'clock. So you guys can keep an ear out for that. And I also like to give a major big shout out to my sponsors for believing and supporting me up to this point. All my sponsors, Boss, Engine, Collab Skate, Almost Skateboards, Tensor Trucks, Underlay Bearings, Biogen as well. They've been helping me out a lot, just keeping me in good shape and up to speed with, keeping healthy and the longevity of my career, and I really appreciate that a lot. Thank you to GoPro for all the equipment they've helped me use and get my footage out to the world. Thank you to my supporters, thank you to all the skateboarders out there, my girlfriend, my parents, my friends all around the world. Thank you for supporting, I really appreciate it. And thank you to the Shred Skate Park for letting me skate here every day. Thank you to Greg, thank you to you for watching this, and ESA Media for this interview. So we're gonna go out there, have some fun, get some skateboarding down today, and keep going. See you guys on the flip side.